If you have to stop on the shoulder of a freeway because of an emergency, you should A. Wave down other drivers to help you. B. Pull off the road completely and activate your hazard lights. C. Pull slightly off the road and activate your hazard lights. D. Pull off the road and reverse to the last exit you passed. If you have to stop on the shoulder of a freeway because of an emergency, you should B. Pull off the road completely and activate your hazard lights. Stopping on the freeway is only allowed in emergency situations or if instructed to do so by a police officer. It is illegal to stop on the freeway for anything other than an emergency. If you have ABS on your car, the best way to use the brake system is to A. Only depress the brake pedal halfway. B. Apply steady pressure to the brake pedal. C. Pump your brakes. D. Use the brake pedal and parking brake at the same time. If you have ABS on your car, the best way to use the brake system is to B. Apply steady pressure to the brake pedal. One of the most important parts of being a safe driver is knowing how to operate your vehicle effectively. And a big part of that is knowing how to properly use the braking system. If your vehicle is equipped with ABS, anti-lock braking system, the most effective way to apply the brakes is by using steady, constant pressure on the brake pedal. The ABS system will ensure your brakes do not lock up and cause you to skid, and will stop the car as quickly as possible. Which of the following is not true about seatbelts? A. Seatbelts are only required for passengers under 18 years old. B. Seatbelts are not effective in low-speed collisions. C. Seatbelts do not need to be worn on short drives. D. None of these are true. Which of the following is not true about seatbelts? D. None of these are true. Most states require that the driver and all passengers be wearing a properly fastened seatbelt when the vehicle is moving. Small children are required to be seated in a federally approved car seat in the back seats of the vehicle. Regardless of the length of your drive or the type of collision, your seatbelt along with your vehicle's airbags and other safety features will help to keep you safer and greatly reduce your risk of serious injury or death. Your car's safety features are designed to be used together, and are most effective when used together properly. What appears on a warning sign that tells you the road is slippery when wet? A. A puddle. B. Raindrops. C. A straight line and a zigzag line. D. A car with squiggly lines coming from it. What appears on a warning sign that tells you the road is slippery when wet? D. A car with squiggly lines coming from it. The slippery when wet road sign falls into the warning sign category. As such, the sign is a yellow diamond with black symbols. You can identify a road sign that tells you the road ahead is slippery when wet by a black passenger car with squiggly lines coming from behind it. When you drive through a construction zone, you should A. Slow down and be prepared to stop at any time. B. Speed up to get through the area quickly. C. Come to a stop until instructed to proceed by a worker. D. Drive the same as you would anywhere else. When you drive through a construction zone, you should A. Slow down and be prepared to stop at any time. Driving through construction zones poses additional hazards. Whenever you need to drive through an area where road work is happening, you should reduce your speed and be prepared to stop. In many cases, the speed limit will be reduced, there may be a flagger directing traffic, and the normal flow of traffic may be temporarily diverted. Give the workers plenty of space and follow the instructions of anyone directing traffic. Anytime you change lanes, enter a highway, or merge with traffic, you need a gap of at least A. 2 seconds. B. 3 seconds. C. 4 seconds. D. 5 seconds. Anytime you change lanes, enter a highway, or merge with traffic, you need a gap of at least C. 4 seconds. A 4-second gap allows enough distance between your car and the car in front of you and your car and the car behind you. When you merge into the middle of a 4-second gap between two vehicles, both you and the car behind you will have a 2-second following distance. Under normal driving conditions, this is an adequate space for merging. If another car is in danger of hitting you, you should A. Speed up. B. Swerve. C. Slow down or stop. D. All of these are potential options. If another car is in danger of hitting you, you should D. All of these are potential options. Unfortunately, there is no one-size-fits-all solution to accident avoidance. In order to avoid a collision, drivers need to evaluate all of their options and choose the one that will give them either the best chance of avoiding the crash altogether or taking a choice that will lead to the safest outcome. When driving on an expressway, if you want to change lanes, you should signal and A. Change multiple lanes at a time. B. Immediately changes lanes. C. Turn your head to check your blind spots. D. Wait at least 10 seconds. When driving on an expressway, if you want to change lanes, you should signal and C. Turn your head to check your blind spots. Once you are certain that you have enough space to change lanes safely, complete the maneuver and cancel your turn signal. Additionally, you should only change one lane at a time. A single broken. What color line shows traffic flowing in opposite directions? A. Blue. B. White. C. Yellow. D. Red. A single broken, C. Yellow line shows traffic flowing in opposite directions. Yellow lines divide lanes of traffic that move in the opposite directions. A single, broken yellow line indicates that adjacent lanes flow in the opposite way and either side is permitted to use the opposite lane to pass if it is clear and safe to do so. A center divider line that has a broken and a solid yellow line side by side indicates that the lane next to the broken line can use the opposite lane to pass. A solid yellow line on either side should not be crossed over to pass. Great job! Here are some of your next steps to getting your learner's permit or driver's license. Read and study the official driver handbook from your state DMV. Take more free practice tests at puedomanejar.com. Gather all your necessary forms and documents before you visit the DMV office. Before you know it, you'll be driving in your very own car all by yourself. puedomanejar.com. Free DMV practice tests and much more to help you pass your real exams. Visit us today.